Welcome to VCHS Live Programming. Thank you for joining us today. Our channel is dedicated to bringing live performances, shows, and events from international stages and artists to the audiences around the globe. Hi everybody, I'm Jack Price. I'm known by other names as well, but for now, tonight, I'm Jack Price. And we're broadcasting live from Paducah, Kentucky. This is a very unique town, very artistic town, right on the convergence of three rivers, Tennessee River and two others. I think the Mississippi is here too. Anyway, it's a very interesting place to be. I haven't been here in a long time. I played here about 22 years ago with the former music director, Jordan Tang. And the orchestra has come a long way. Maestro Ponti, Raffaele Ponti, a very good friend of mine and one of my artists, got this orchestra about 15 years ago and has just done, you will hear, we've already done one broadcast with Rachmaninoff's Second Concerto with Jennifer Savage. It was a spectacular performance, but you will hear with this repertoire tonight, as well as the Franck and the Rachmaninoff on the last show, a very rich sounding orchestra, very balanced orchestra, and I must say, hats off to Maestro Ponti for doing that, because I don't remember the orchestra being at this level at that time. So it's really an accomplishment. We're following our film crew again on another exploration of music and musicians here in Paducah around the globe, presenting another concert from our Orchestras Worldwide Live. Today's program takes us, as I've said, to Paducah, and Raffaele Ponti will be conducting the Beethoven Violin Concerto with guest violinist Dina Nesterenko, a fabulous Russian violinist. And after the intermission and some interviews and things, we will hear him conduct the Dvorak 7th Symphony in D minor, which is one of my favorites and not that often performed as much as, some of the others, obviously the New World and the Ninth and so on. But this concert and this broadcast are made possible in part thanks to our fabulous collaborators and supporters, the Paducah Symphony Orchestra and all of its personnel, Price Attractions, Orchestra, Artist Ventures, and Cicciarone Music and Arts, a very well-known record company. The first concert of the season here in Paducah, as I said, featured Jennifer Savage and Rachmaninoff's Second Piano Concerto. We have a video of that now. The minute it was rendered, it was on live, or not live, but on, shall we say, reruns since that evening earlier in September. Terrific performance, very exciting. I can't imagine the piece being played any better by anyone. So it was a wonderful concert. And then the Franck Symphony in D minor followed. And Ponti did I thought, a revelatory job on the interpretive side of the Franck. Franck is kind of an odd composer, and he really brought it to life, in my opinion. We've had a fantastic run here with the Paducah Symphony and in general with virtual concert halls lately. It started with Kate Lee, another one of our artists, playing the Kabalevsky, the Kinder Concerto, I think it was. And she opened a main hall, a new hall, a school last March here in Paducah with that concert with the Kabalevsky Piano Concerto. And then this September with the Tahoe Philharmonic, we had an incredible performance. I keep using the same words, right? Stupendous performance of the Bruch Concerto in G minor with Jennifer Choi. I was present at that concert in Tahoe, and I've rarely heard that piece played so sensitively and excitingly. Fabulous violinist. And we just have a fantastic roster. Things are just getting better and better here. Soon after that, Gerard Schwartz conducted Santiago Rodriguez and the Rachmaninoff Third Concerto, and the second half was the Beethoven Seventh Symphony, which is a real warhorse. And I thought Jerry just did an incredible job with that. His usual standard, Emmy and Grammy winning type performance live. And it's on our network. You can see it right on the front page. Frost Symphony Orchestra was the orchestra featured from the University of Miami in Florida, Frost School of Music, where Rodriguez teaches, and Gerard Schwartz is the director of orchestral studies and the main orchestra of the symphony. And after that Schwartz concert, we had an incredible thing at the Barge in New York. 2 days of Misha Dichter, the, I would say, renowned, almost iconic Misha Dichter, the winner of the Tchaikovsky in '66 with Sokolov. And actually, several people were in those finals. Edward Auer, James Dick, Sokolov, Dichter, but Dichter emerged as the real winner. He had a career that I think every pianist in the world has coveted since. For me, he was a childhood idol. I remember asking Clyburn at my first lesson with Van, what do you think of Misha Dictor? And I was just a little punk, And he said, oh, he just threw his arms up in the air and just could not rave enough. The guy is just super phenomenal. I heard him play Bartok third when I was very young in '72 with the Chicago Symphony with Hans-Werner Ischerstedt. Tremendous performance, a recital in Austin, Mozart double in Phoenix with Sipa, his wife, who's a wonderful player too. So we've just had an incredible run. You'll be hearing the Dictor recital in pieces when we host a big show on October 21st. I don't have the title of that show yet, but I'll give you a sneak preview. It involves Misha Dictor, the Tchaikovsky, and the Naumburg Foundation. So stay tuned and find out what that's all about. After Dictor's momentous performances at the Barge on September 27th and 28th, we went immediately to another performance on VCHS, and now it's escaping me because as I talk, I'm forgetting. But tonight, I'll get to that in a minute if I think of it. Tonight we have a very unusual violinist with us, Dina Nesterenko, the youngest semifinalist in the history of the Tchaikovsky competition in violin. Went to the Curtis Institute, has studied with fantastic people like Robert Mann at Juilliard, a colleague of mine. He also was the president of the Naumburg Foundation, for many years, and did a lot, according to Dina, for her playing. And I see a lot of him in her. It's very poetic and poised and exciting, and I would say it has inner feeling, her playing, and I think you will get that tonight from the Beethoven. She just did here's the other concert I thought of, last April with the North Texas State Symphony and Couturier, a French conductor from Richardson, Texas. He also conducts the Richardson Symphony. They did the Sibelius Concerto together on one of our broadcasts, and it was breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. And I know I'm sounding like, a broken record here, but we do have some good people. And Cole Orchestra and VCHS has a tremendous legacy here with all of these different people coming to bear on it. And we have some exciting things coming up in the future that I can't really talk about right now, but let's put it this way, it involves young people's concerts, and I think you're going to really be in for a treat. Since Leonard Bernstein and the New York Phil, there haven't been those kinds of young people's concerts, and you will see them here, hopefully on PBS and on VCHS, both. The Paducah Symphony was founded in 1979. As I said, I played here about 22 years ago, when a number of area musicians performed at the city's summer festival. They have a summer festival here in Paducah, much like the Ann Arbor Summer Festival, which is a music festival and an arts, crafts type festival. That concert created a lot of excitement with the locals, and a small group of founders organized some additional concerts. And during the first 2 years, the concerts were planned and performed one at a time as funds were raised. So they did it wisely, I think, not just putting on, it's like a restaurant that opens 10 restaurants, and 8 of them close, No, this was very, very methodical. And this orchestra has really, as you will hear tonight, many of the players, they're just fantastic, come from IU, Jacobs School of Music at IU, and which is up the road about 4 hours. And Ponti has just brought together a real crackerjack ensemble, in my opinion. So after it was formed, Jordan Tang was the music director for 23 seasons, as I mentioned. Very nice guy, very good conductor. And then Raffaele Ponti was appointed in the spring of 2010, exactly 15 years ago, as the new artistic director and conductor. He's got a fantastic past as a violinist and a trumpeter. He was in the Cleveland Orchestra. He studied at Cleveland Institute of Music, Case Western Reserve. He's played all over the globe, or I should say, conducted on the podium all over the globe, from Florence to Lviv to Moscow, all kinds of fantastic guest engagements. This guy really is an interpreter, and he really, really gets into the music, and I think you're going to really enjoy him tonight. He will be joined, as I said, by Dina Nesterenko in the Brahms Concerto. And I believe that we're starting the concert. We have announcements from Reese, the CEO of the orchestra.
Concert sponsors: Corley, Kelly, Hutchins, Blankenship, and Sigler Law Firm, Truist Bank, and WSIU, the NPR station up in Carbondale. Please thank all of these supporters tonight.
And you see the audience giving them a
We certainly could not do what we do without the support of our community and our sponsors. We would also like to remind you that if you are a single ticket holder and you would like to convert that into a season ticket, we will still do that, and we will prorate the concerts that you have already attended so far. Just call the Paducah Symphony office and we can take care of that for you. We would love to have you as a season ticket holder. We also have the new Overture series on Thursday nights prior to symphony concerts, so those are on concert weeks, and I know many of you have purchased tickets to that, but we would love to add you to that list, or if you have purchased tickets and have not attended, I would encourage you to do so. It is certainly an interesting time, an informative time, a fun time, and it only lasts about an hour, so you can still go to dinner. It's at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday nights. I'd also encourage you to check out our website. We have a new page on our website that relates to Symphony Hall over at the education facility. I would encourage you to check that out. And I would also like to announce that on October 30th, the day before Halloween, very spooky, we're going to do a classic film, show a classic film at Symphony Hall called Nosferatu. I believe it's 1926. It has been scored, of course in 1926 it was a silent film originally. It has been scored for a string trio and piano, and we're going to show that film and have live musicians on the stage. You can find information about that at our table in the lobby. You also can find information about it on our website. That will be at 7 p.m. on October 30th to put everyone in the Halloween mood. Some of us are already in the Halloween mood. And last but not least, Christmas tickets are now on sale to everyone, so don't wait. Please get your Christmas tickets. They are selling fast. It's always a sellout, and we anticipate this year will be no different. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. Enjoy the concert.
Good evening and welcome. I put this performance together for you, Beethoven and Dvorak, for a couple of different reasons. It's like planning a meal for me. They have to have something similar, something different, and something exciting and something soothing and comforting. And this has all of that for you. They're both in D today, the key of D, which is an interesting concept. But the Beethoven's in D major. And major simply means we're playing from D to D. It's a nice string to use. We're all happy as string players. But it's a major key, and it's very happy. The Dvorak is also in D, but it's minor. And that's all different colors and moods and intensities and things. So even though we're in D for both, they're both very different in mood and in style. Of course, Beethoven, great composer. We know wrote 9 amazing symphonies. We've experienced many of them ourselves, but he only wrote 1 concerto for the violin. In his youth, he played violin, so he knew the instrument very, very well, but became predominantly a wonderful pianist, therefore produced 5 concertos for the piano, which are amazing and virtuosic, which he played and wrote them for himself, along with his sonatas. The violin concerto he did not write for himself to play, but he was able to write a concerto for Franz Clement, a virtuoso of the time. And as we know, Beethoven was a wonderful student of Haydn, and was the transitional composer between the classical and into the Romantic period. And this is Beethoven's repertoire from front to end. And he really was an impetus to get it to the Romantic period. But this concerto really falls early on into the classical period and will prove that Beethoven at this point was still a good student, following all the rules that his master Haydn had taught him. But we're going to start to see and hear some things of Beethoven-isms that we'll hear later on in his symphonies, because he's starting to unfold the bad boy image by breaking some of the rules. And as we know, Beethoven broke the rules so beautifully that he became the new rule. This concerto starts very oddly. Matter of fact, it was shocking when it was first premiered, because it didn't start out with the violins playing the first theme and we don't have this big exposition. It starts out with 5 timpani notes, which was extraordinarily strange, because they're in D, so we know what pitch it is. We get the key right off the bat, but all he gives us is 5 pulses. And then we're off to the races. So he starts it off simply with a heartbeat, and then it develops from there. The next piece, the Dvorak, out of his 9 symphonies, and we know the New World Symphony very well because it has a wonderful title, right? Number 7, I think, and I will arguably say that it may be his best constructed symphony. He was full of Czech folk music because he was so proud of his heritage. But Dvorak also spent much time in the U.S. I think it was the Midwest, maybe Iowa, that he spent here. And he also taught and got a lot of Americanisms and a lot of folk music from us and a lot of the feel of American culture and music, and is very beautiful. This is a wonderful symphony in 4 movements in D minor, like I mentioned, and it is just extraordinary in what he did with it, because his inspiration and one of his helps that got his music published was Johannes Brahms. Therefore, he wrote in the style and tribute and tried to make this a Brahmsian symphony, but he also has a lot of Beethoven-isms in this, because Beethoven was his true passion as a conductor, as a composer, and he tried to emulate and use Beethoven in this symphony as well. So you're going to hear parts of Brahms, you're going to hear the style, the orchestration for sure, and the colors, but really there's a lot of Beethoven in this symphony, and that's why they're together tonight. Both in D, very different, so I hope you please will enjoy this performance and the way they've gone together. Now, you have to find the right person, the right personality, and the right player to fit, because, you know, when they write these concertos for these wonderful talents, He knew exactly what Franz Clement's talents were, his strengths, and his personality. It's like tailor making a suit or an outfit for yourself. Now it's like shopping off the rack. I go to the cabinet, I pull out Beethoven Violin Concerto, but I have to find that concerto that fits the right violinist. And I have the perfect fit for you tonight. Please welcome the amazing violinist, Dina Nesterenko.
Okay, that should show you folks that rules are meant to be broken. Up till now, I thought Sinopoly's recording with Shlomo Mintz was the greatest Beethoven I've ever heard. This is a rival. This is equally as great. Listen, Shlomo, you play it great, but not better than her. You guys are great. This was absolutely stunning. I am stunned. Totally stunned. I mean, it's just, you know, you just don't even know what to say after a performance like that. And the dialogue between the two of them was just incredible. I mean, really extraordinary. If they made a recording of it, listen to that crowd. I mean, you know, Beethoven doesn't get, this kind of a concerto does not get an ovation like that. It's just sensational playing. It can't be rivaled, I don't think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Shamil Ashkenazi and Jaime Laredo and all you guys. Bobby Mann, are you rolling over in your grave yet? Listen to this. Yeah. Okay, you just witnessed something like, sorry, I'm trying to do the playback. I'm so stunned, I can't believe it. Is everybody there? Yeah, I'm kind of flabbergasted. I'm on the air. Ha ha. I can't even turn my volume down. So, I think you've witnessed like a musical happening tonight, and that's my opinion. I think I should know. No, this was really great. I mean, I just can't even believe what I just heard. Just stunning playing from everybody. Raffaele, Dina, congratulations. This was just an amazing performance. And we have Raffaele Ponti right here in the studio. And I'm going to move over so that he can take center stage. And we're gonna have fun. Here's Raffaele. We were listening to the encore. So what do you think? So what do you think of that encore? Just out of curiosity, as a conductor.
Well, first of all, it's an incredible thing to do.
Yeah.
And it shows not only a violinist or an artist in this case who can recreate music, play a concerto or play a piece of music, but she's composing and ad-libbing and like a cadenza. And the cadenzas that she played in the concerto, as you know, were not the stock things that have become what we call tradition.
They're her cadenzas.
She
it's unbelievable.
created those cadenzas, which means this performance that we all just heard, not only here at the Carson Center tonight with the Paducah Symphony Orchestra, but everybody through Price Attractions and Cole Orchestra have now just witnessed a performance that you'll never hear again.
Yeah, let's get it straight. Even though it says virtual concert halls, I'm here to tell you it's Price Virtual Concert Halls.
Price Virtual Concert Halls.
There you go, Anna.
But I mean that no one's heard that performance because those were spontaneous cadenzas that the artist felt compelled to do. And it just proves that the audience is part of a performance because we felt the energy. Obviously, Dina felt the energy, and therefore it felt to gift it back to them. It was just an extraordinary moment.
Look, it was like you would put this performance in a time capsule, right? And then people 1,000 years from now would say, what was that? That was a bomb going off. I mean, really extraordinary playing tonight. And I mean, you made music for once in my life. I mean, we're hearing the voice of God. It's just tremendous.
Well, thank you.
Conducting. I mean, obviously, you got something from Sinopoli.
He taught me a great deal. He taught me a great deal.
Yeah, because he's a great conductor.
Because it's about the music behind the notes and trying to get the musicians to understand that with wordless impulses. And I have to tell you, I love my orchestra. We've worked hard together. We've built this orchestra together.
You've built this orchestra out of nowhere. I remember Jordan Tang. He's a good conductor, but I mean,
very good.
The orchestra just did not sound like this 22 years ago.
Because you performed with this orchestra.
Yeah, I played with them that year, Cacciatore, and it was nothing like this. I mean, what a polish this orchestra has. They could record on Deutsche Grammophon, I swear. It's just fantastic performance.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very proud of them. And the fact is that they're breathing with me. They're breathing with the soloists. They want to please. They want to play. And it was like making chamber. Beethoven is a relatively big orchestra. The Dvorak in the second half is going to be even larger. But they play music because my concept is to play like chamber music.
No, well, your concept is perfect. It's just phenomenal. And I'll tell you what, they should just give you the Lifetime Medal Achievement Award and keep you here forever. Otherwise, you're going to go to Saginaw or some other place, I mean, all orchestras need a conductor that cares about the music. Instead of this, hey, it's your turn to play, or, second oboe, come on in. What's the point of cueing? They know. It's the right gesture at the right time. You make the right gesture exactly at the right time, and that's what's necessary.
Yeah, and you know this, but I'll say this because we're recording this, but I don't like to conduct the orchestra. I don't like to conduct the ensemble. What I like to conduct is the music and the sound.
Yeah.
And that's a difference right there.
There is.
Because my musicians are so great and so fine, they know when to come in. If they don't know when to come in, they don't belong on my stage. But I like to control the sound.
Yes, yes, sir,
inspire. I
don't-
should say inspire the sound, not control. Inspire the sound, the intensity, the layering of the orchestra, the
Yeah.
intensity at the moment.
Oh, it's intense.
And it's just a joy for me to make music.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
Great orchestra.
Thank you.
All your IU girls and boys, they really came through. Hey, we have a little treat for you here.
What is it?
Oh, well, it's a Mozart. Come here.
It's a Mozart.
Yeah, come here, Amelia.
Hello.
This is Maestro.
How do you
Ponti.
do, Amelia? Say hello.
Hi.
Amelia Lee, am I right?
Yes.
A fantastic.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And what is she going to do next year?
I'm proud to introduce right now that this young prodigy will be opening my 26-27 season with Mozart, and I couldn't be more happy, more proud, because I know of your playing, I've heard your playing, and I know your agent, and I know everything about you, and I just can't wait to meet you.
To perform with Paducah Symphony Orchestra, especially with Mr. Atamian here.
Don't mention me. I'm
Well-
just an add-on. Yeah.
Well, no. It's quite. It's going to be an honor for me to work with both of you, because here's a seasoned pianist who has performed around the world in every concert hall with major orchestras, Cleveland, everyone. It's a who's list. So for me, that's a challenge and an honor. For you and me, I'm so proud, because to be able to be a conductor who could introduce this level of talent to the world
Oh, she's
and make
extraordinary.
music on the level that you're going to make, it's just going to be a triple threat and a triple honor for me to be on that stage. It's going to be great. So what are we playing together? We're doing the Mozart,
Mozart
double.
double, yes.
The Mozart double, which is going to be just
The
extraordinary.
one he wrote for his sister,
Sister,
Nana.
for Nannerl.
And so Amelia will play piano 1, and I'll accompany her on piano 2, if you want to call it that.
I hope he can keep up
And
with
you'll accompany both of us.
I will keep-
But it's really chamber music. It's a phenomenal piece.
It's what we just did. We just did
Yeah.
chamber music. We're just going to do the same thing, and I look forward to that opportunity. So I'll see you next time. I'll see you. It'll be September 26th, and we'll kick off the Paducah Symphony Orchestra season with your talent. 26, 27. There you go. Listen, I got to run because I've got a Dvorak to take care of.
Yeah, you got
But,
it. And then
lovely
we got-
talking to you.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Lovely
with
talking to
Raffaele. It was
everybody. Thank you for
fantastic.
watching. Thank you for being part of this program. It's a pleasure to conduct for all of you. Ciao.
Bravo. Thanks a lot, Raffaele. Thank you, Amelia. Thanks very much. Thanks for coming. You stay right there. We're going to have Dina Nesterenko next. She's going to get all of her plaudits here, and we're going to find out what she's all about. And thanks to Maestro Raffaele Ponti and Amelia. And Dina's about to join us for the interview, and here she is. Okay, Dina, come on. It was absolutely sit down, sit right here.
I will.
Sit down,
Should I
right,
be-
right in front of the camera, come on. There you go. Okay, so,
Shouldn't be coughing.
Dina, I'm gonna sit over here because I've been in front of it. That was really, like, what can you say? What do you feel like after a performance that rivals, Shlomo Mintz and the Sinopoli recording,
Oh,
and then
no.
maybe the, what other ones that can come, Oistrakh perhaps? It was the most incredible, nobody can play it better. It's just fantastic.
I mean, I would politely disagree, but okay.
You politely disagree?
Yes.
Oh, come on. So she's very self-effacing, everybody. She's highly critical of herself. But really, how can you criticize something that's that moving? Really?
Yeah,
Weren't you moved?
it was pretty moving, yes.
Yes. Oh, she's a woman of very few words. Now, come on, tell the audience what you're trying to do in this piece. What is it that you're trying to express? What in Beethoven?
Well, I want to
I
express.
mean, it's all emotion, but
It's all emotion,
Yeah.
definitely. I want to express first the majestic, the grandiosity of this concerto, majestic, and so it's so much bigger than us, this piece, and
Yeah.
I'm very humbled by it, and
Isn't it sort of the test for all violinists? They say They say the Mendelssohn is the hardest in some ways because it's so exposed, but this is harder, right?
I definitely.
Absolutely, yeah.
And sorry,
Oh, that's
I
okay.
have bronchitis.
Oh, no problem. It was
Yes.
just like we were sitting here behind the scenes writing notes to each other. What a gorgeous sound, what an unbelievable tempo, what space between the notes. You know, that phrase, my favorite phrase in the last movement, just absolutely scintillating performance. I mean, how do you feel?
I feel.
You're still self-critical, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Always.
Even after the Sibelius too? Yeah.
Well, every time.
Every time? How
There-
can
there's
you
some-
though? How can you? Don't you want to appreciate what
I do.
you've done? You know?
I do. It's just.
You do to some extent.
Yes,
yeah.
I do see it was moving. It was emotional, and the audience loved it. Obviously,
They really loved it.
They are. Yes.
They're just cheering like.
Yes, I think
they were
Amelia
cheering-
was the loudest of all people.
Yeah, they're cheering for you, you know, and they're
Yeah, and
and you really just pulled that orchestra whipped them into a frenzy, I thought, you know, and Ponti just really followed you well and had, I think, a lot of contribution to this concerto. He did, I think, some very profound things in it. What do you think?
I agree completely.
Yeah, I mean, this is Paducah, Kentucky, and you're playing with an orchestra that really sounds exceptionally professional.
Yes.
It's because 23 years ago it wasn't like that, you know. It's just come a long way. But but you really did it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be expressive. That's
You
even
try.
even sometimes at expense of quality. I can say this, but I
Yeah,
take
well,
risks.
you take chances.
I always take risks
Yeah, risks.
and chances, and I sometimes get so carried away, and then like, yeah, I mean, sometimes it.
So, well, look, it was, you know, I can't say anything more. It's the most stunning thing. How about the encore? How did you feel about it this time? I thought it was, heard you play it, you know, so many times now on the recordings and so on, for video. You were really wild tonight. It was fantastic.
It was wilder than always.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think what happened was,
Fantastic performance.
I think what happened was, normally when I play it, Beethoven Fifth, the audience sits quiet. You know, da 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 da. Normally, the audience sits quiet and
Yeah.
listens, like a concert setting. Today, when I played da 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 da,
They laughed, yeah.
they laughed and screamed, and they felt like I am all of a sudden at the open mic, that I can involve the audience and
Yeah.
communicate and just speak with the audience like I would not do on a concert stage. It's
Yeah,
a
like
little bit
that
more-
Dallas series you do. With
Yes,
Mark.
that's it. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
open mic.
Yes,
That's
it
very
was
good.
like-
We should talk about that sometime in another interview. I think that impetuousness that you have and a lack of, you have no fear, you know, even though you may say, oh, I'm afraid to maybe go on stage at any particular point. You project a lack of fear in your playing. How do you feel about that?
Yes, I absolutely. Today I didn't have any fear.
No fear.
You know,
So
yeah,
fearless.
fearless. Today was fearless.
Today was fear.
I changed the fingerings in backstage right before going to stage.
Really? See, that's something I did. I don't know, understand. People said, oh, that's horrific. You can't do that.
It
But
was
if you're
horrific.
having a breakthrough at that moment,
Yes.
why not have it, right?
And then,
Even though it is about time to play, right? You're just about time to play.
And then at the stage, I one time changed the fingering on stage unintentionally. That
Oh,
was
sure.
unintentional.
Yeah.
But intentional was backstage. One place.
Incredible. Well, Dina, it was really stunning. I don't even know what to say. And I've heard you play this
Thank
concerto,
you so much.
what, 3 times now, and it's just unbelievable. Again, really, really, really great.
Thank you so
really
much.
great. We can't wait till I hear your other things, the Bruch and the Paganini #1. You're going to do that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't played it though.
No, well, who cares? You could probably learn it in 2 days.
It's
No,
not
I mean,
true. It's
yeah,
not true. Not
yeah.
at this age.
Yeah, it's a hard piece, I know. But anyway, thanks for being with us.
Thank
and
you.
Do you have anything more you want to say?
Yes, I actually do.
What?
Well, you mentioned fearless.
Yeah.
And I was thinking skydiving the whole time. I
Oh
was
yeah,
playing.
you're a skydiver.
Yes,
That's
and I
right.
was thinking that the whole time I
Oh,
was
we have
thinking.
another skydiver here too.
I will
Yeah, right
ask
over
her.
there. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
We will talk about this.
That it's unbelievable that you
And
do
that
that.
absolutely cures all the fears, all the stage fright, no beta blockers whatsoever.
Yeah, of course.
And
You know, Bobby Mann used to take that
I used
beta
to take them
blocker.
all the time.
Yeah, he's the one who told me about it,
Yeah.
but I didn't take it because
Yes.
I was afraid. I don't know why.
they don't even. They don't even.
They don't do anything,
No,
really.
they do. They do.
They do?
If I take them, they would make me really slow. I would not.
Yeah, takes the edge.
Yes, no, not just that.
No.
I would enter the wrong places.
Oh.
I would screw up the text.
Really?
It's like that.
Oh, wow.
You won't be. I wouldn't be driving if I took them.
Wow.
It's that to that point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Well, listen,
unsafe.
we've got some commercials to do,
Okay.
but no, don't go.
Okay.
I just want to thank you. It was really, really
Thank
great.
you so much,
It was
Richie.
really, really great. Dina Nesterenko,
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, the lighting. I hate myself in this lighting.
Oh no, well you can say anything you want to this audience. I do all the time.
The lighting is so not good.
You don't like the lighting?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Well, I didn't either,
It's
really.
just so.
Yeah, well,
so-
this is the green room, but it's the gold room right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. So anyway, thanks very
Thank
much.
you.
Okay,
Thank
beautiful.
you, thank
Thanks,
you.
Dina. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. So there you have it, folks. You've heard it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. She's fearless, absolutely fearless. Okay, and that's really the theme song here. Okay, so let's switch gears and talk about some of the past performances here in Paducah. We're going to play some video for you of Jennifer Savage playing Rachmaninoff's Second Piano Concerto, the Full Moon and Empty Arms Concerto. That's the nickname, from the movie where they play that last theme, that big, huge C major thing from the last movement, the very end. Full Moon and Empty Arms, let's hear that. And then we're going to hear some of the Kabalevsky Kinder Concerto with none other than Kate Lee, who opened a big, big hall here last March. Beautiful. What a beautiful sweeping energy from Jennifer Savage. And too bad there's not more of it that we can hear, but you can hear the whole thing on priceattractions.com. Just go to the Jennifer Savage landing page. You'll hear the whole thing, or on YouTube or on LinkedIn. It's all over the place. And now we're going to hear a little bit from Kate Lee. Jack Price is on. Yeah, the Beaver's here. Okay, so phenomenal job. That was a great example of balance in symphonic conducting. It's different in a concerto. You can basically do anything you want in a symphony, right? I mean, you can do whatever you want, but of course there are parameters, you know. And I think that he He really, really understands this piece very, very well. And the players are just outstanding. This is Paducah, Kentucky, folks. You know, it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing that this kind of orchestra you can find. You should go around Paducah. I remember the first time I came here. I've been here 3 times. This is my 3rd time. It's like, you know, what kind of a town is this? Where the 3 rivers meet? But look at this hall. It's a real tribute. Look at this concert hall. Fantastic concert hall. Yeah, it's been here for about, 25 years. It's this incredible place. Very modern, great acoustics, beautiful aesthetically, beautiful. Anyway, Ponti's getting a lot of raves, a lot of ovations, and well deserved. He's a great talent. I love his energy and his direction. He understands the harmonies well. My usual criticism of conductors is they don't know when to leave a harmony, they don't know when to enter a harmony, and they conduct the melody and the note values, but no, I don't think Ponti does. I think he's really, really good. Excellent. One of the best metropolitan or regional orchestras in the country. There's no doubt about it. This one in Owensboro in Kentucky, probably the top ones for that. Very, very good performance. Exciting performance. So, that sort of wraps it up, but we're going to talk about some things here, some video. We're going to have the Kate Lee video with Paducah. Since we're on a Paducah kick, we'll have Kate Lee playing the Kabalevsky Kinder Concerto. I'm just waving to the maestro, telling him how phenomenal he was. He's quite a guy. So anyway, so let's have Kate Lee playing the Kabalevsky Concerto with Raffaele Ponti and the Paducah Symphony last March. Okay. I must tell the director, where is Kate Lee? We want Kate Lee right now. We want to hear her performance of the Kabalevsky Concerto. Forget the key it's in with Paducah and Ponti. Let's have it. Nope, we can't have it. Okay, well, then I suppose we should wrap this up and talk about all of the things that we normally talk about at the end. Thank you for our team. We have an incredible team backstage, shall we say, the behind the scenes of virtual concert halls. And there we have them. Anna Uspenskaya, co-founder, all the way down to Steve Robinson, who is one of our big hosts. He should be here tonight. I don't know why I'm hosting, actually. I guess there's a tie-in, because I know these guys. Chris Au and the whole gang, Jennifer Savage and all of her people, James Welch, Igor's, I didn't see the name there, Zubkovsky. Okay, and Frane and all of the gang, and Kiki, and everybody really contributes here because we need them. That's what makes the show great. Facebook, Vimeo, LinkedIn, we're on all of the platforms that you can imagine. I think we're on over 50 or 100 different platforms. Of course, YouTube Instagram, X, all of these different places. And thanks to all of our sponsors, the Colburn School. Remember, John Perry taught there. I Classical Academy, the Cicerone people, Philharmonie Bohuslav Martinu, and the Lviv National Philharmonic Orchestra of Ukraine. And now we're going to have the Kiev National Philharmonic Orchestra of Ukraine. Ted Kuchar is now music director of that. He's the first conductor to conduct all three major orchestras there as music director. And yes, thanks to, by arrangement with Jack Price, which is me. It's not really my name. I'm sure you all know that by now. And thanks to the Paducah Symphony and all kinds of different, Cairo Opera House, Boulder Symphony, not the Philharmonic, but the Boulder Symphony. We've had many, many orchestras come through our midst here, and most of them stay, you know, so it's really very rewarding to be a part of this program with the Cole Orchestra people and the Carnegie program. We have 6 concerts coming up in Carnegie Hall this season, starting next month. And you'll hear more about those, I think, in our posts. And we're getting a lot of comments here on the orchestra. I love the double bass, says Inspire with Liziatello. I don't know who that is. And playing along from Memphis, Anthony Liu. I guess he's playing sing along with Mitch kind of thing, you know, like Mitch Miller. Do you all remember Mitch Miller with the bouncing ball on all the words, you know? You know, a little side note, Mitch Miller was a great oboist in the Buffalo Philharmonic, and he ended up being a major record producer, sound recording producer like Jack Pfeiffer and Tom Frost, those guys. And someone is saying, say hello to my wonderful husband, Eidos, the double bass player. And that's also from Liazello. I guess the same person keeps commenting. Hopefully there are more people than her watching the show. Anyway, reminds me of all kinds of things, Paducah. I gotta say, it's sort of like, you know, Peoria, Illinois, you know, that kind of place. Only much more picturesque than Peoria, I think. And the restaurants are fantastic here. Okay, so I urge you on your next excursion from your locale, wherever you live, to come to Paducah. I think Paducah's it's an interesting find. It's like a gem, you know. So, yeah, hats off to Paducah. Their hospitality's great. Everybody's friendly, lots of fun. Like I said, the restaurants are great. There are things to do here. There are these beautiful murals along the river. You know, you should try that. Look at those. The Carson Center, where we're broadcasting from tonight, instead of Northern California. Fantastic concert hall, one of the best. A little girl said, oh, it's more beautiful than Carnegie Hall. It very well might be a better hall than Carnegie Hall. I love the acoustics here. Especially from the stage, they're the same as being in the audience. Thanks to the members of the orchestra, all the oboists, clarinetists, trumpet players, percussion players, violinists, and of course, thanks to Dina Nesterenko for that awe-inspiring performance that she gave, Raffaele Livio Ponti for his fantastic talent and leadership of the Paducah Symphony, and thanks to the staff of the Paducah Symphony, Reese and all the gang. I forget all their names right now. I'm not a name person, so it's a little late at night too. Can't you tell? It's a little late here in Paducah. Not that late, but you know, late enough. Most people go to bed at 8 o'clock here, I think. You'll be able to listen to this program immediately. It's been rendered, so if you tune into virtual concert halls, you'll be able to listen to this program over and over. And this is a gem. You should really, really listen to this one. not that all, I mean, we've got to give thanks to all of our orchestras, the Lake Tahoe Symphony or the Tahoe Philharmonic, Paducah Symphony, all kinds of different orchestras, the National Symphony of Ukraine, Bohuslav Martinu, many different orchestras that participate in our programs, and soundespressivo.com, their competitions that they run. It's really kind of an amazing outfit. The Virtual Concert Halls team has been providing assistance and production for hundreds of music organizations and events. I think we have about 5,000 hours of live recorded music, or at least music programs on this channel. And that's about it from Paducah. I'm Jack Price, your host, and see you later.